what was the best thing about your career that you liked? कोई ऐसी खास post या designation जो आपने बहुत thoroughly enjoy की हो throughout?
Yeah, I was actually lucky in a way because I was basically a ship's officer, which means that I was doing my duties on board ships also. And then later on I joined aviation. So I qualified as a pilot also. So I was essentially pursuing two different professions.
So which one did you like? Did you enjoy flying more?
So I enjoyed both, as a matter of fact. And you asked me this question, which is the best appointment I ever had. I commanded 2 ships.
Wow.
And I commanded 2 aviation squadrons. And each in themselves was a challenge for me, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Command is one thing in a military life, which I think there is no substitute. जो command है, उसका जो charm है, one can only taste it once you are in it. Otherwise, जिसने वो ना किया हो, वो उसको समझ भी नहीं सकता. It carries immense responsibility. It gives you immense authority.
Indeed.
And then you are a role model for your subordinates. And you have to live up to the expectations of your seniors. So there is so much demand, so much authority, so much responsibility. कि वो उसका एक जो चार्म है वो, and I was lucky, and मैं ये unit level command की बात कर रहा हूँ. Commanding ships and aviation squadrons are low level, unit level commands, और मेरे ख्याल में वही सबसे, because that is the first time you are exposed to a situation of commanding. उसके बाद से, as you become senior, then you have more opportunities to command bigger groups. Like I commanded aviation, I also commanded the fleet. But वो जो basic जो था command का मजा, और कुछ लोग कहते हैं command का नशा. So वो, I think that was the best part.
Hats off to your family, to the family of the forces, who stand by with them even when they are away, especially Navy. कि आप लोगों की families इतनी देर तक, they keep on waiting for you. So कितना tenure होता था कि आपको वापस घर जाने का मौका मिलता था?
जी, ये you're right. In fact, in Navy this is a problem. Like I would say in other services also, but in Navy, because we have now ships going on deployment for 2 months, 3 months at a stretch. So people are away from their families. We have submarines, we have ships which are out at sea for prolonged deployments.
तंग नहीं पड़ते समंदर से? Like
तंग तो जी, एक तो वो जो बाहर होते हैं वो भी पड़ते हैं, फिर उनकी फैमिलीज भी बढ़ जाती हैं जो आप बात कर रहे हैं. So it is actually on both sides. So it needs a lot of perseverance, and I must compliment the families of the Navy.
Indeed.
To stand by their near and dear ones, because घरेलू domestic issues जो हैं वो भी बड़े important होते हैं. And there are all sort of trivial issues जो कि trivial हम कहते हैं, लेकिन they are big, like बच्चे की schooling है, वो पढ़ाई सही नहीं कर रहा, या he is getting into a bad company, या और घर में चीज़ें चाहिए, and the husband is away for a long time. So I think the families have this thing to bear. And I think we're lucky the families understand. We have a very good organization in the form of PNWA. And PNWA is Pakistan Navy Women's Association. Then we have this Naval Officers' Wives Clubs. Then we have another...
So no wonder all the wives and all the women are higher officers than their husbands as well.
मतलब ये कहते तो हैं.
Because obviously they are taking care of everything back home.
That is true. That I absolutely agree with you on this. I think that's very important, because unless you have understanding family, your performance in your own duty will suffer. So
what would you like to say to the new inductees of Navy? Any message to them right now?
मैं तो जी एक मेरा principle है, golden principle, which I say and which I keep saying and which I keep repeating. That is कि इंसान जो है वो अपने काम करे मेहनत से और honesty के साथ, and leave the rest to God Almighty. तो जो भी किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में है, इट गोज फॉर द न्यू इंडक्टीज इन द नेवी, इट goes for any organization. It is a principle which I think is applicable anywhere. Because if you are not doing what you're supposed to do and you are looking right left, which means you are not doing your job properly and you are being dishonest, उस काम में बरकत भी नहीं होती और उससे आप अचीव भी कुछ नहीं करते. आप अचीव तभी करते हैं कि आप जो भी आपकी ड्यूटी है, big or small, you do it to the best of your ability, with total focus and concentration, and then leave the results to Allah. ये भी मेरी बड़ा firm belief है इसके अंदर. जो खुद काम नहीं करते. I'll tell you another thing which our Chinese friends keep telling us. They say do more and speak less, which is again another way of putting what I'm saying. Okay, you must do what you're supposed to do.
So your work should speak for yourself.
Gee, the work should speak for yourself and not your rhetoric.
So what about us then?
I think we need to learn lessons.